In The Haunting of Sharon Tate, it's based on true events.
Yes.
And were you familiar with all of the gory details before?
Everyone, at least in my generation and a little bit older, is very familiar with some of the details, if not all of them, that occurred. You know, these events were tragic and they really shook the lives of so many people, not just in California, but across the country. And what I think is most interesting about this film is, yes, it is a horror movie, but it's really only a horror film because the tragic events that occurred were so horrifying. But really, when you get into it, it's a much more psychological and spiritual film.
Who do you play?
I play Abigail Folger.
And what was her place in all of this?
Well, she was actually the girlfriend of Wojtek, who was Roman Polanski's best friend. So she and Wojtek had been asked to house sit while Sharon and Roman were out of the country. And then Sharon happened to come home and they were asked to stay on in the house and take care of her until she gave birth. So that's why they were there.
How true to real life events is the film? I heard there were some liberties taken.
There were a few liberties taken in the sense that it's not autobiographical. But it is actually based off a true interview that Sharon gave a year prior to her death that was published in Fate magazine, where she had sort of nightmarish premonitions of ghosts haunting her home and of a vicious murder taking place. And she wasn't sure whether or not it was her own, but she did have this premonition. And she wasn't sure what to make of it at the time, and so we sort of used that as the guideline and the plot of this film, and it sort of begs the question of fate and whether or not we as individuals have the opportunity by one simple change can alter the outcome of our own destiny. And you also have to question, is Sharon being haunted by these nightmares and visions, or is she herself the ghost?
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.